Good morning, student. So today we are discussing about the Python Panda programming. In a Python Panda programming, what we can find that data dictionary data frame we are here. I'll today discuss about the iterations of the row. Then I'll discuss about the difference between the column. That means we will take one column and we will take another column and we will differentiate it and we will take out the subtraction value by and that and we will going to count also the rows and columns that are there in this particular loop. So let us start our discussion. Let us see the program one by one what we have with us today. So let's start. So see this program. In this program, what we have at first and foremost, the program is about demonstrating of the iter row functions. Iter row functions means what? That I am repeating the thing again and again. A function will going to help to repeat the thing again and again. These the repetitions that we are having and that we are maintaining that we will going to do it. Now what we have to do, we have to import the pandas. That we find it that we have import pandas as pd. So this particular thing we have imported here, we have imported the pandas as pd. So as we have imported the pandas as pd, that means this particular thing, this is what, this is the library function. So when we have imported this particular library function, in this library function we can see that what the files we have bring here, what the files that we required here to be worked with. So files we see it, files we find it that we have here Python Panda. That means we are calling here Panda, and as we are calling here the pandas, that means this is the Panda that we do have. This is the Panda that we can find it that we will going to have those things and we will going to work on it. Okay, so this is the input structures that we have, this is the input pattern that we have. So input df equals to what, that see here what I have written. See this structure I have totally changed. Okay, what I have given, name colon the name comma then age colon the age. So column name I have taken there, and with a column name I have taken the value also. See it very nicely. Column name I have taken there, because previously what we do, we take one column and in that particular column we take many values. But here what we have done, we are taking the column name and we are adding that, and in the particular age, that two column we have taken it here. One column is a name, one column is a age, and when we find this particular thing is there, they are being implemented and they are being worked with the form or with the particular pattern. So this is the form or this is the particular pattern that we are constructing and that we are making. So here those the constructions and those the make of the structures that we do have and we are implementing there. How we can work on it, how we can make the structures to be workable and to be implementable in a certain form or in a certain way. So those the certain form and those the certain pattern that we have and that we are maintaining, how we are doing those structures. Say name then age, again the bracket open bracket close, again you say comma, then after the comma again what I have given, again I have opened the bracket, then again the name has been given, again the age has been given. Okay, so we close the bracket and after we close the bracket, what we can find, we have given here the comma. Then what we have done, again we open the bracket and then we have written this particular thing, name and age. As we have written the name and age, there we can find it those the particular matter what is there, those the particular pattern what is there. We are constructing this and we are making those different type of structures. Now what we have done, we have make it df equals to pd dot data frame. That means I am constructing here one data frame. So when I am constructing here one data frame, in this particular data frame what we have, or what do we construct it, we can find it that it will be input df. What is the name there I have given? Input df. Okay, so when I have given the name input df, that means that will to be converted it here. Now what has been given, that print original data frame, that is df. So this is the df. Now row iterations is using, now we are using the row iteration. So there when we are using the row iteration for index row in df row iterate. Okay, row in df row iterate. So this is how we can find it, that we will going to have it here. Now what we can see, now what we can find it, that print row, then the name is there. Okay, row the name is there and row the age is there. So those the name and those the age that we can find, that we have and we can implement it, and we can work on it. So those the work that we can find it here, that we have those instructions, and we will going to complete those pattern of instruction what is there. So this is the instructions that we have, this is the instruction that we find, that we can have those pattern of instructional phase. And when we are having those instructional phase, so each of this particular instructional phase is what they will going to implement and they will going to use in this particular way. Okay, so when we are using them in a particular form, when we are using them in a particular way, so those the particular form and particular way of implementation of the data, those the particular implementation of the data structures that we are constructing, and we are making it, we will going to make those different type of structures, we will going to construct those structures. And as we are constructing those structure, what we have done it, see, for index I have taken here index. So row in df dot iter row. Okay, df dot iter rows, bracket open bracket close. Okay, now print row, then the name, and row, then the age. What we are taking in a row, that name will going to come, in a row the age will going to come. So this is how what we can find, this is how what we can see, that we have those particular pattern of structures, we are working on this particular pattern of structures. So when we are working on this particular pattern of structures, when we are constructing those particular pattern of structures, what we find, that how we will going to implement it and how we will going to work on it, how we can make these particular structures to be implementable, and how we can make those structures to be workable. So this is the implementation and this is the work that we do have and that we do maintain. Let us see what the output we can derive it from here. Okay, that is also the main thing, that we have to check out the output. Let us see what the output that we can derive it, where we are iterating these rows and columns, and we can find it that we have a certain pattern of structures that we are implementing it here, and we are using it here. Okay, so let us check it. Now see the output in this particular output that we can find here, that see original data frame, what name and age, so they are been implemented and they are been working in the way, see 0 1 and 2. That means the 0th row, 1 number of row, and 2 number of rows. So who has given it? I, you? No, we don't have given it. Then who? This has been given by whom? This has been given by the Python itself. So as we find it, that Python has given it, and Python has worked on it. This is the working feature, or this is the working structures that Python has given to us, that we can find it, that how we will going to make this particular implementation, and how we can work on this particular implementation. Now iterating, see how we are iterating it. I have taken it that particular first name, and then what, then we are taking the age. See age L, that means long integer type of values is there. So in each of the case you can see here the name is written and the L is been done. So there are three values. So I have taken here a small data structure or data frame, and so as I have taken a small data structure, so it became easier for us to see it or to check it. But if it is a long, that it will take a long area and long spans of implementation. So this is the implementation what we can find. This is the implementation that we can see, that we do have those implementation, and we can work on this particular implementation. So this is the pattern of implementation that we have, that we are maintaining. So we are maintaining those structures, and we are working on this structure. So each and every structure what is there, each and every part that we have and that we are maintaining it here, we can maintain it and we can organize it into a certain way or into a certain manner. So these the organizations, this is the work on organizations that we are doing, and that we are maintaining, we can find it. So each of this particular organization, each of this particular manner of organizations that we are constructing it here and we are making it here, so we can implement it and we can work on it. So let us see the next program. So see the next program. In this particular program what we have, see here one thing I have given it, very important thing, that is we are doing the subtraction between the columns. That means one column value, another column value we are taking and we are subtracting it. So these the subtractions that we are doing, how we are doing it, how we are finding out the differences. So what we have done it here, that import pandas as PD. First I have called here pandas as PD. Then what I have called here, the numpy as NP. So when we have called the numpy as NP, this particular numpy that we going to construct, that we can find it here, that we have those particular structures, and we are working on this particular pattern or structure. So as we are working on this particular pattern or structure, there we can see we can have those the values is what, that d1 equals to age. First age 1, there I have given the age, and then age 2, there I have given some age. Okay, so age 1 and age 2, those the values that what I have given it here. Here I am including them, and here I am adding them. Means adding means not that addition plus, here adding means I am implementing it. Okay, I am giving those values. Fine, I am not adding means not I am doing plusing it. Adding means I am giving those values. The age 1 some values I am given, and for age 2 I have given some values. So when I have given some values, you see here what I have done it here, that df equals to pd dot data frame, then d1 will be there, then column, then age 1 comma age 2. So those two ages are there. Now when we have that data orientations, we want to orient, that means we want to make the different type of changes there. That's the data orientation is there. So print df. So that the structure has been printed. Now you see I called one function that is known as age difference when the first item is gathered and second item. So what we have done it, see very nicely, df HAGEDIFF, age difference. Function name is what? Age difference. So when the function name is age difference, what we are taking? VR1, VR2 and VR3. So what are those things? So df VR3 equals to NP, where df VR1 minus df VR2, that means variable 1 from variable 2 greater than 0, again df variable 1 minus df variable 2 comma then 0. So return df will be returned. So df1 equals to age difference, age 1, age 2 and diff. One new column I have created it here. Okay, so print age difference. Fine. So print then df1. So this is what we are doing. Actually we are calling this particular program, and when we are calling this particular program, in this particular program, what we are giving out those values, and when we are giving out those values, each and every value what is there, each and every part of the value what is there, they will going to implement, and they will going to work in this particular way or in this particular manner. So when we are implementing it in a particular way or particular manner, there we find it, there we can see it, and that those the structure that we have, those the structures that we are building, those the structures. So there we find it. So this is the way it has been initialized. This is the way the thing has been inserted, and when we can find the thing has been inserted and implemented, that means in this particular manner, that means what you see here, that I have taken here variable 1, variable 2 and variable 3. So when I have taken here variable 1, variable 2 and variable 3, that means now I will do the difference where I am storing at my common sense, that that in variable 3 I will store variable 2 and variable 1 difference. So see here, df variable 3 equals to np, np means numpy, where df variable 1 minus df variable 2 greater than df variable 1 minus df variable 2 and 0. So there we find it that we are writing those pattern, and we are working on this particular pattern. So let us see the output of it. See here the output. In this output what we can find, that there is an original data frame, original data frame h1 and h2. So when we have an original data frame h1 and h2, there you can find it that we have those values, those the values what has been inserted, that 23 10 25 45 and 20 in h2, and 21 50. Small value first, do with a small one, then go for the big one. Okay, so that means 23 minus 10 is what, 13. Say 13 came. 45 minus 20 means what, 25. So 25 came. So this is what, 21 minus 50. Can it be subtracted? No, it cannot be subtracted. So 0 came, difference is 0. This is what we can find, that from the smaller one to the bigger one cannot be subtracted. Bigger one to the smaller one, because our formula has been given in that way, bigger one to the smaller one we can subtract, but smaller one to the bigger one we cannot subtract. There we will going to give, so minus figure we don't want to bring. If you make a smaller one to the bigger one subtraction, the thing will come in a minus figure, that we don't require. So to avoid that particular minus figure, what it will come, it will be 0 there. Okay, so this is the 0 implementation there we have, and we have this particular work. Now let us see the next program. Now see the next program. What is this next program? Counting the number of row in a Panda, and we have done it, what, import pandas spd. So import pandas spd, then I have make here result. See here name, the names has been given, then the scores has been given, then the age has been given, qualify is level yes no, yes no, this way the thing has been given. So when we have given it, so this result data is to be converted. That means what I have done here, see new little bit new thing I have done, that dfpd.dataframe result data, sorry, default indexing that will come, that I have done here none. Okay, indexing will be none. None row length df.h is in the 0th position. column length df dot h in the one position. Now what happened? Print df. Number of rows is this rows, and number of column is this number of columns. So this means what we can find it, that when we have taken the structure, when we are working on this particular structure, what we can find it, that we have constructed this particular data frame, and we are working on this particular data frame. So indexing level has been done, none. As we have find indexing level has been done, none. Based of this indexing level only we find it, we will going to have the axes 0, then 1 axis. So as you find those axes are there, that will be printed out, then we are taking our rows and columns. Now let us see what the output we can reveal from here. So there we find it that this particular thing, see there are the particular qualify levels, and all these things are given, qualify level score, isn't it? So when it has been done, when it has been taken on it, see a number of rows, how many number of rows, that what I have done, that index position 0, since the index position 0 means what it will going to come, that means it will start from 1 to how much, 6, and number of columns, how many columns, there are the 4 columns. So index columns will not going to be calculated, never in, not in any place index columns is calculated. Okay, so this is what our today's discussion. I am ending my today's discussion here. Thank you all.